This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. And this is episode 9 in a series that I call Trading Tricks, where I give you some little tricks of the trade when it comes to trading. And this is episode 9, where I'm going to be talking to you about the power of channels. We talked a little bit about it in the previous video. If you haven't watched it, make sure you go back and watch it. All right, so what is a channel? Now, channels are formed when a certain resistance level or support level is touched several times. The easiest example would be, now remember, support levels and resistance levels are created with A's and B's, right? Okay, so once an A is established, the peak of that A is a resistance area, okay? Now that's the point at which sellers came in the last time around. Okay, so let's say that happens. It goes up, comes down, puts in an A, but then it goes up, puts in a V, creating a support level, right? It goes down, goes up, creates a V, and the little point of that V is your support level. All right, so now you've got one resistance level, one support level. So then the stock goes up, touches resistance, goes down, touches support, goes up, touches resistance. So the idea being, when that happens over a long period of time, it creates what we call a channel. Now, not all channels are created equally. Some of them are sloppy versions of them, and some of them are nice, tight channels, right? And these channels can go three directions. Okay, you can have a channel that's going upward, and you can have a channel that's going downward, and you can have a channel that's going sideways. All right, and let's take a look at a chart and show you what I'm talking about. I drew a line here along a bunch of V's. All right, and I drew a line here along a bunch of A's, and that created a channel. The channel was going upward, and then over here we got A's and B's to the downside, right? We get a series of lower highs and lower lows, creating a downward channel. All right, so there's two examples in one chart there of channels. All right, so let's talk about the most powerful type of channel and how you can use this to make a lot of money as a trader. Okay, so the most powerful kind of a channel is one that is narrow, okay, and it's long. All right, you want a nice tight channel. You want to think of it as a spring that's being wound tighter and tighter and tighter, okay? And the longer that channel is and the narrower that channel is, the more explosive the move will be when the stock or the crypto, whatever it is you're trading, finally breaks out of that channel. Okay, so ironically, if you're looking at a particular chart and you're looking for trading ideas and you see something that is in a nice little channel, you don't want it to break right away. You're cheering for it to stay in that channel for as long as possible, and you just keep tabs on it, right? And so that when it breaks out of the channel, you're ready to pounce. Okay, so channels are very powerful, and they're very high probability, and they're not very risky, because in those cases, you will use the bottom part of your channel as your stop. So if the channel is nice and narrow and tight, whether you take the position while it's still inside the channel or when it breaks out of the channel, you just use the bottom part of the channel as your stop. So if it's a nice tight channel, your stop is not very far away, which means you're not risking very much. And we're going to be talking about stops in another video. Okay, so the power of the channel. Start learning and studying channels and review the chart that we looked at earlier. You can see the channels can work in three directions: sideways, upward, and downward. And the break out of the channel is your signal to buy or short, for that matter, right? So that's the power of the channel. I got a lot more of this kind of cool stuff coming, so stay tuned. Make sure you give this video a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and then click on the playlist and watch the playlist of all of my Trading Tricks videos. Edward Anderson signing out.
Copy that.